we continue to see consolidation in media, right? How significant would this deal be?
So if this deal were to happen, it would be very significant. It'd be one of the biggest media deals that we've seen in the past few years. As you know, the media industry is undergoing a lot of transformation right now. Consumers are cutting the cord. They're not paying for cable. They're not paying for TV in the way that they did in the past. Everyone wants streaming, and streaming, it costs a lot of money to create that content. And so the idea is, if these two companies were to merge, it would give them some scale. It would give them better ability to compete against the Apples, the Amazons that have unlimited money and are able to put money into streaming and not worry about costs the way that a traditional media company has to worry.
Paramount is controlled by the Redstone family. What do we know about Shari Redstone's role in all of this, and how this potentially shapes, I guess, the legacy point of view for that family?
So what we know is that Paramount is one of these perennial assets that everyone says, okay, at some point, someone in the media industry is going to buy it. But Shari Redstone and her family, as you said, control the company through National Amusements. And it's always been a question if they were actually open to a sale. At this point, it sounds like there have been these talks, but it's all very preliminary. It's not a certainty that she is open to selling or that this will sell to Warner Brothers Discovery. But we do know that they have talked to her, and sounds like she's a little more open to a sale now than she had been in the past.
Any regulatory challenges?
So anytime you talk about two media companies like this consolidating, there's going to be regulatory challenges. Axios had reported when they broke this news earlier today that because Warner Brothers doesn't have a broadcast network, it would make a deal easier because there'd be a little less overlap in that respect. But one other thing to keep in mind is that Warner Brothers actually isn't technically able to do any deals until April 2024 because of this tax provision having to do with its AT&T spinoff merger with Warner Brothers Discovery. That whole deal gave it a tax safe harbor, and so it technically can't transact until then.